Hello, everyone. Welcome to WhipTALK for November of 2022. Second round of WhipTALK. We're going to try and do the format a little bit more news-centered this time, which is kind of what I want the segment to be. But I'm still just kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. So any and all advice is appreciated. How is everyone doing today? Sound off in the chat who's here. I know there's 5 people, which is huge, actually. RoseAnne, Todd, oh, the squad. I love you guys. You guys are the best. And Chris made it. And Oliver, love him. And Logan, sweet. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and being early birds, waiting to hear me talk about whip stuff. Hopefully, you guys have a good time. Love to see it. I'm just going to wait a couple minutes. Maybe some people will pop up, but I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Tell me, how has everyone's day been? I should note there's a little bit of lag between what I say and the chat, so if it seems like there's these awkward pauses, that's because of the lag. I'm not just like being weird. I'm going to, while I have you here, I am doing good, Logan. Thank you for asking. Ready for another fun little episode here. I got a whole bunch of stuff queued up that we get to talk about, which is fun. Some cool videos. A lot actually happened in November, which is awesome. And we have a lot of stuff coming up, so that is really cool. I guess I'll get started, actually. Let me do that. So I have to change this to this. All right. So first things first, the LA WhipCon coming up next month. RoseAnne, third online event of the day. Jeepers, you're a busy person. I guess you got a lot of stuff, with your whips and your drumming and everything. I guess it's good to be busy, though. So yeah, WhipCon, January. So it's coming up quick. It's about a month and a half away. I'm really, really excited. There's going to be a lot of people here. Like obviously Adam and Todd and Tori and me and Pete Gamble is going to be there. It'll be in person, Logan, in Burbank, California, which is a bit of a hike. It is for me, for sure. I got to fly down, but totally worth it. Yeah, last time I went was in 2019. Best weekend of my life. It was so cool hanging out with everybody and cracking whips and learning from everyone. And this year it looks like even more people are going to be there just because everyone's been waiting to get going, you know. So yeah, Pete Gamble, Johnny Ogren's going to be there. Just like all the names, all the people you want to see. And what's cool is like you have the Saturday convention, which is where you have the competitions and so on, and then Sunday you have workshops. But really the fun part is all the stuff in between when we're just like hanging out, just being friends, you know, going out, having a drink, or Todd will take us on a cool hike, hopefully again. It's just the best. So I'll go over the schedule because I've been chatting with Adam a little bit for people that don't know. Basically, it sounds like Friday, people are just going to get there and hang out in the park. It's like an unofficial convention day. It's not this park. It's a different park, but that'll probably be dropped in the event page. So we'll all go there and meet up and hang out, I imagine. And then Saturday morning, Adam's going to be doing the whip making competition. And so just bring your best whips. Adam will look at them and he'll judge them. That's about all I know about whip making competitions. But it's really, really cool to see all the different work that people do. Just tons of gorgeous whips hanging around, and people really, they put their best foot forward, and I think people are more like experimental and creative with these whips because they want them to stand out. So there's also going to be there's always really good stuff there. Peter Thorndike Todd is unfortunately not going to be there. Apparently plane tickets have doubled since the last WhipCon, which is why Adam's going to be hosting the competition instead. Saturday afternoon, there's going to be the actual whip cracking competitions. I'm not sure all of the ones that Adam's going to do, but at the very least, single whip and double whip, and definitely some targeting stuff. Those are really fun to watch and participate in. I know people can be kind of intimidated about participating in a whip cracking competition, especially when there's lots of really good people around, but at the end of the day, everybody just loves watching whip cracking. So yeah, don't be afraid to get up there, and even if you can just do the required cracks, or not even, just get up, and it's cool to get in front of a crowd and just show off what you can do. There's always really cool moves that I'm not expecting in the competition, which is awesome. Sunday is workshop day, and there's going to be some different workshops this year. The first one is actually run by yours truly, me. I'm doing a contact whip cracking workshop. So we're going to learn a whole bunch of different contact moves, which is kind of like the style that I like to do the most. So we're going to be doing lots of pinches and traps and rolls and all that kind of really fun stuff. It's fun to me. Hopefully it's fun to you. In the afternoon, Aaron Bonk is going to be teaching a tossing workshop. So if you want to learn some cool whip tosses, you'll definitely want to go to that class, because obviously Aaron Bonk is a crazy good whip juggler, so he's going to have some cool tosses for all of us. And then in the late afternoon, Adam was saying that there's going to be a performers panel, or all of the whip cracking performers like Adam and Dakota, and I imagine Aaron and Leah are going to answer our questions. We get to ask them what it's like to perform with whips, if they have any tips for people that want to get into performance, that kind of thing. So that'll be really, really cool. That's something that hasn't happened before, to my knowledge. So I'm really excited to hear their knowledge. So yeah, it's just going to be awesome. Really, really fun event. And if you can make it, that's great. If not, that's also okay. I'm sure there's going to be lots of people filming things, so you'll be able to catch up after. And I'll definitely talk about it at the next Whip Talk if you guys can tolerate listening to me blather on some more. Our next little piece of news is the submissions for this year's Best of Whip Cracking are now open. If you haven't seen the Best of Whip Cracking videos before, basically it's this global collaboration where everybody sends in their videos, and I put together a compilation of everyone's different whip cracking. And I know it's called Best of Whip Cracking, so that makes you think, oh, these are going to be only the best videos, so mine won't get in there. But really, it's actually everyone's best whip cracking videos. So even if you've just got into the hobby and all you can do is a cattleman's crack, send me the video and I will include it, because that's your best whip cracking, which is what I want. I don't want to just focus on one style or the best people. I really want everybody from all over the world, because it helps to show how big our community is and how creative it is. The link for this, Logan, great question. It's on my Facebook page, like on Justin from Canada Whips, and it's also on the homepage of the Canada Whips website, which will load in one moment. So if you just scroll down and click on this little box right here, that'll take you straight to the Best of Whip Cracking survey. I am going to repost this on Facebook one or two more times. The deadline is December 23rd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you do still have about a month, or actually just over a month, to submit your stuff. But the sooner you can get it in, the better, because as holidays come up, everybody gets busy, and I get lots of last minute submissions and people aren't sure what to submit. I'll go over the guidelines, because a lot of people have asked questions. The deadline, December 23rd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I won't accept any late entries. I'm sorry to be strict on that, but I've done this twice now, and I've learned a lot each year. I want to have this video up January 1st, 2023, and I'm flying down to California on December 27th. So basically, I'll have like 4 days, 2 of which are like Christmas stuff, to get this video done. So I can't accept any later than that if I want to get it out for January 1st. And if that seems like, oh no, how am I going to get it in time? Just think about me while you're eating your Christmas dinner. I'm going to be in here editing this video, so deal with it. All entries have to be submitted through this form. So to get to this form, again, I showed you how to get to it. You go on the Canada Whips website, Canadawhips.ca, click on it, and then you can submit your entries in here. The reason I'm doing it in here is because they all get uploaded to a folder in my Google Drive, and that way I won't miss anybody, because I'll just pull all the videos from that Google Drive and put it in the compilation video. If you want to access this form, you will need a Gmail account, but I feel like most people have those, and if not, they're really easy to create. Yes, Oliver, I hope you can make a video by December 23rd. I would love to have you in, especially because like there's very few videos of you online, and they're all in like Whip 101 and stuff. So the more I can get you to post, the happier I am, because I love seeing you crack your whips. Most people's sections in the video are going to be about 15 seconds long, give or take. You can submit up to 3 videos, and I might put little clips of all of them in, or I might put one of them in. It depends on what kind of fits with the flow of the video. All I ask is that the videos don't have any music in the background. A lot of TikToks I get will have like music in the background of the whip cracking, and that doesn't work because I'll have music going throughout the whole video. So I just want whip cracking and nothing else. If it does have music, I'm gonna have to mute your video to put it in the compilation, so just be aware of that. Has to be kid friendly, family friendly. And this year I actually want to put the country that everyone's from next to their name, just so that we get a better idea of how global our community is. So I just want you to submit your first name, your last initial, and then what country you're from. And from there I'm going to put like your little flag and then your name, and then we can get a cool snapshot of how global our community is. And finally, if you want, you can put a link to one of your social media accounts. I'll put that in the description, and that way if people want to contact you, you can. And that's kind of tied into the whole country thing. For me, I started Canada Whips because I didn't feel like there was any other whip crackers in Canada, and I wanted to connect with them. So hopefully if you're in a more, I don't want to say obscure country, a more obscure country in terms of whip cracking, hopefully people will be able to reach out to you and connect with you. Yeah, so that's the best of whip cracking video. Please submit videos. I want as many as we can get because it's just awesome having all these different whip cracking videos. Next little piece of news. Da-da-da. And also I should say, A, I talk really fast, but I have a lot to cover. And B, I don't want this all to be just like, this is the news that I thought of. So if anybody has any stuff they want to contribute, any videos that you think are cool, things you want me to talk about, questions you want me to answer, throw them in the chat, and I will talk about them. Next thingy is the Sword Guy Builds raffle. So Tori did another raffle this past month. I'm just going to double check you guys can see it. You can. And he raffled off a really beautiful bullwhip. It's all these kind of autumn fall colors. And someone that wasn't me won. So good for that guy. But yeah, just a really cool initiative that Tori put forward. If you don't follow Tori, he's Sword Guy Builds. I'm sure you've heard of him. He makes beautiful stuff. So definitely give him a follow, and hopefully if there's another raffle, you guys can enter it and then maybe win. And then the last thing, and this is the most fun thing, is we've got Whip 101. So Whip 101 this month was really, really awesome. It was different than any of the other months we've ever done. Basically, people submitted their own routines. So we asked them to go out, have their own tricks, and show us kind of like what they can do. And we got some really, really cool videos from this kind of initiative. And it was really great seeing people that normally just like follow our challenges or like learn the various routines. It was really cool seeing them make up their own stuff. Eric, you're the winner? Oh my gosh, the winner is here. Well, we love you, we hate you, Eric, I gotta say. That's really cool. You're gonna have to let us know how it is. Post some videos. So let's look at some of these entries because a lot of them are really cool. This is Milan Sass. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Some really cool little waist wraps in here, like regular and reverse. Lots of really neat stuff. And I also love how the cracking is just basically cattleman's crack, reverse cattleman's crack, overhead, and reverse overhead. I really think that those are the 4 fundamental cracks because you get, your up, down, and then your up, down on the back, and then your left, right, and then your right, left. So really, you can have the whip moving in any direction and crack it in any direction and keep it flowing, which is totally what he does. It makes a cool little routine. And we have James Huck and Kitty. Nice. Little spin with the hand change. That's cool, yeah. This is what I mean. There's tons of like neat little stuff from people that you don't expect. Little two-handed jam. I actually haven't seen this yet. I love when the two-handed whips are different colors. It's just very visually striking. Good stuff. This is one of the prizes that we're going to have. This is a gorgeous kangaroo leather whip made by Giovanni Celeste of Italy. We have a lot of prizes this year. You're going to hear more about those in the coming days, just as the month wraps up. But yeah, keep your eyes open on that. I'm not sure about prizes for next year, just because doing the raffle is like a lot of work, and Isaac and I do this entirely, out of our own time, out of our own pocket. And thankfully, we have a community of really great moderators who I'm super thankful for. But even still, this could be a full-time job, or at the very least, like a very demanding part-time job on its own. So I'm not sure what's going to happen next year. I'd still like to do the raffle, but maybe less prizes, or maybe we just do it differently, just because keeping track of everyone's entries is like very cumbersome. Thankfully, Isaac handled all of that this year. I was just in charge of coordinating all the coaches and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, and also people are participating because they want to learn, right? It's not always about winning whips, I think. Either way, we have a whole bunch of really cool prizes. You can check out all of our donors in the banner of the group. Stuff from all over the world. We got the UK, we got South Africa, we got Australia, Italy, Sweden, the States, obviously, Canada. Who might that be? Thailand. Whips from all over the world are being shipped out because of Whip 101 and because people are learning whip cracking, which is like super, super cool. Is there any other? Well, there's tons of other cool videos in here, but one other one that I wanted to highlight. Winning whips definitely is fun. Oh, here's a cool video Adam put out of 5 different two-handed tricks. I'll put the sound on for this guy. Oh. Man, those cracks are they're loud. Gotta love the Death March. Such like a fun little beat. And then Simon's Lightning, which Adam actually taught me in, I want to say 2019, and I still can't do because it's very, very hard. But not for Adam, because he is the GOAT. Oh, Emily. Emily is a super nice woman, super talented too, and like a lot of different things. And she's always like practicing, and oh, that was cool. I think that's like a variation on Lila's move. She has a wide variety of talents. She does like dragon staff and belly dancing and all these other things. And so it's cool when people have so many different skills, because you can see it kind of get pulled into the way they manipulate the whips. RoseAnne, I'm showing your video. Deal with it. That was a really cool kick. I love that. I actually tried that when I saw you post that. The elbow transfer behind the back. I love that. Little wrist roll into a throw. Still trying to figure out the name of like these types of moves where you hold the thong and spin the handle. Yeah, that's a good combo, RoseAnne. That's tight. Yeah, I dig it a lot. Lots of cool moves in there. That's totally like something I would post as well. I love it. I love that, like that style. Another Emily. John Canton. Yeah, he had a cool. So John's style was kind of more like, I don't want to say repetitive, but it's like he was drilling certain techniques, which was kind of a cool take on the challenge. Hey, Kat. It's good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. These little flick combos I find really neat too. Like, yeah, it's like flick, cut back, and then backward flick, and then a backward cut back, I guess. It's kind of weird to think about a backward cut back because it's already cutting back, you know. Radical. If you're not in Whip 101, what the heck are you doing? Like, come on. It's just the best. It's learning whip cracking, hanging out in a group. We're all teaching each other. You can win whips. It's like, what more could you ask for? This is the kind of thing that I always wanted when I had just gotten started. Just a community of people learning. This guy's got some jams too. Look at this. He's just banging out some slow figure eights, but I'm so envious of anybody that has a yard like this where they can just practice. Living in the city, just like you've said, Logan, yeah, the neighbors do not like it. It makes it so difficult to go out and do your thing. Another elbow toss behind the back transfer. Rad. We need to make a name for that move. It's getting popular. Tell all your friends to join Whip 101 for sure. I think we're at 1,300 members, which is huge. Marcel, he's super cool. He's always got these bandana and sunglasses on too. He just looks like a whip cracking like pirate. It's awesome. And then into two whips. Super cool. Marcel and Tim have been working on their Queensland crossover for like months. Like they're always posting it. They're always getting closer. It's really good to see that kind of dedication. Yep, extended sling, super tight. Snake killers. Oh yeah, and Marcel does rope dart stuff too, so this stuff he finds super like interesting and he's really good at it. Yeah, Logan, you should definitely join. A lot of people have actually mentioned that like Whip 101 has kind of inspired them to practice more just because, you know, you have like routines to work on.
Challenge.
You're welcome, Marcel.
Thank you so much for a fantastic year. Greetings from Germany.
What a good guy. Gotta love him. Yeah, a lot of people have said that they've really benefited from Whip 101 just because it encourages you to practice. You get new routines to work on every month. You get entered into a raffle, which is cool. And we've seen lots of like really great whip crackers kind of like re-emerge because of Whip 101. Todd's lovely partner Michelle being one. I remember she posted last year, I think it was Todd's challenge. And at that point, like I knew who Michelle was. I knew that she was like a badass, really great whip cracker, but I'd never seen any, like, I think she was in one of Todd's videos like years and years ago, and that's all I'd seen. And all of a sudden she popped up and she was cracking whips, and I was like, this is the best thing that's ever happened in my whole life. And I want more people like that. I want to see like everybody cracking whips. So thank you, Michelle, for existing and posting in the group. You should do it again. Another blacklight video, super cool. Wrist roll in the blacklight, rad. I'm gonna click on this just so we can watch it. Oh, I'm not showing my screen? That's so awkward. Thank you for saying that. I'm just like staring at a video and you guys are watching it's like one of those reaction videos, but you can't see my, that's funny. I am horrible at this. Okay. All right. Hopefully now you guys can see what I'm seeing. Thank you guys for being so supportive too. Lots of cool like pickups in this video. I'm actually not sure if it's pronounced Gerard or Gerhard. Gonna say Gerard, maybe, but either way, however it's pronounced, this guy is just amazing. Gerard has been posting in the group consistently since like the very beginning of Whip 101. Last year he won like our People's Choice Award for being just like the nicest guy in the group. He's always encouraging people to practice. He's done a lot of videos like in a chair showing people that like even if they're disabled and they're in a wheelchair they can participate. He's absolutely wonderful, a real blessing for our community, and like quite a good whip cracker as we just saw. Alfredo is a wonderful artist from Brazil, and he always does cool stuff too. So let's see what this is. A little rope dart jam, rope dart jam. Arrows. Gotta love it. That was pretty neat. Yeah. Elbow toss behind the back catch. And a spin. Nice. That's killer. There's one more video I want to show you in this group. I just gotta dig for it. I'm sorry if I skip through your videos, but this video was also really cool. Leela and Nancy in like costume, and they did a couples whip cracking thing. It was amazing. Vega did a cool like cartwheel into whip cracking combo. It was awesome. Yeah, everything was wicked. Okay, I'll watch Chris's video too, just because he's in the chat. I know. Sound on. Arrowhead into four corners. Singleton. Yeah, that's a jam. That's I don't know if I could do that as confidently. Elbow toss. Like Chris is a good whip cracker. Let me tell you. There's a video in here by Derek. Where is Derek? And his video was really cool. Tim's combo was cool too. Derek, yeah, this video. I really liked this one. Yeah, that cutback combo is really cool. A little neck roll. Just a cool little jam, you know? Gainer toss too. And I remember when I commented, or maybe I talked to Derek and I said I liked his video, and he said he felt like he wasn't good enough to post or something. I'm like, dude, no, this is dope. Like, there's so many tricks in here, you know? But even if there wasn't, it's like anybody can post, you know? It's all whip cracking. It's all cool stuff. So yeah, that was the last month for Whip 101. Lots of people making their own challenges. Next month we have the raffle. Also on December 1st, hopefully, I'm going to have all of the whip cracking videos, like all of the lessons, uploaded onto YouTube on this channel. So you can find them more easily, maybe download them if you want to, and then use them for future. I think for next year, I'm going to try posting all of the Whip 101 videos onto YouTube instead of in the Facebook group, just because it seems like people have trouble finding the videos in the group, and maybe, you know, it's easier for them to watch them on their phone or something. At least that's the feedback that I've had. But we'll still have the whole participation, obviously, in the group where people can post their vids. So, yeah, watch out for that. And that's pretty much all I have for news, but I do have a bunch of really cool videos that happened this month. So the first one is by my homie Alyssum. And this video went like super viral. Got lots of likes and comments and views and all that kind of stuff. And a fun fact about this video specifically is that this whip that she's using is the one that is based on my performance hybrid design, I'm pretty sure. But she modified it and made it better because I'm not a super amazing whip cracker. But yeah, look at this, 195,000 likes. Like, that's shocking. That's huge. I think people probably resonated with it because A, it's good whip cracking, but B, you've got these puffs of smoke coming off the whip, or puffs of water vapor, I should say. And I think to like a layperson, that would just be like really visually interesting. So maybe that's something we should work on, like trying to put more of those videos out, because hopefully they'll go more viral or whatever. But Alyssum did mention that this video, just like any whip cracking video that goes viral, got lots of like horrible, stupid comments, like racist joke comments and sexual comments and abusive comments and all that kind of stuff. And that's like a pretty big problem that our community faces, in my opinion. Actually, not in my opinion, objectively. If you think differently, you're wrong. It's an issue. And I think a lot of it comes from a lack of exposure or a lack of understanding about what whips are and what it is that we do. And there are people in our community that are doing a lot, I think, to help that. So Jack the Whipper, for example, is a great example of a person who, when you see him, he's cracking whips, he's singing, he's making music. And I think it's really easy for a lay person to like make the association between like, okay, music and whip cracking, and that's what this is about. It's not about racism or whatever stupid thing people think it's about, right? So maybe more content like that is a good idea. Other things that I think would be really good are some sort of resource we can send people that's just like, hey, this is why what you said is incorrect or wrong, or like this is why we don't appreciate this kind of stuff. I don't know. And also I think having more whips that are like very clearly circusy would be cool. So like nylon, neon, bright whips used in maybe contact, maybe juggling, maybe on stage like Karina from Brazil does. Just having whips in front of the public in a way that isn't, associated in any capacity to the horrible things that they associate us with. I think that can help because, I'll post a video and I'll get like a whole bunch of, exactly, Todd, ignorant, stupid comments. And I always think like, when you watched Indiana Jones, did you think he was a racist? Like, do you think Indiana Jones is the story of this like racist archaeologist running around and saving the world? Like, no, you don't think that. You don't look at Catwoman or Zorro and think, man, that person's a bigot. You just think, oh, cool, that's a whip, But for some reason, when you see me taking a whip and spinning it on my head on Instagram, all of a sudden, I don't know. It annoys me. I hate it. And I think that having more content that helps people associate whip cracking with what it actually is, a sport and an art form, is really helpful. And then I think just like doing our best to educate the public so that they aren't ignorant is what we got to do. But it's an uphill battle for sure. Just know that if you're a whip cracker, I love you. Another cool video that came out this month, actually two cool videos, by Harry King Crafts. Harry King is a whip cracker from Europe. I want to say England. And I've been watching his stuff for a long time. And Harry always just throws down the coolest little tricks. In this video, he does like this cool grab thing right back into a catch. Bang. And then behind the back catch, yeah. Yeah. Harry is just awesome. I love his style. I love his creativity. Really, really, really nice guy. And every time he posts something, I'm always like, I gotta go out and practice that. Like this is really cool. This is like a gainer toss kind of, but like he over rotates it, I guess, and then cracks it the other way. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I'm not screen sharing again. Sorry. I need to hire somebody. I appreciate you guys. I also got my girlfriend like helping me. She's texting me when I'm doing dumb stuff, which is why my phone has been nonstop doing dumb stuff. And my phone's been nonstop going off because I keep messing this up. But it's hard to it's hard to manage a bunch of different screens. Anyway, I will show you the Harry King thing that I've been hyping up that you guys haven't been watching at all. Let me send it. Bang. Give me... Yeah. There you go. Now you can see it. Thank you, guys. So yeah, this is Harry's cool vid. That catch is awesome. Behind the back catch, awesome. Maybe I should just keep the camera like this, so then there's no risks. And then this video is with the gainer tosses. Extended or like over rotated gainer tosses. Bang. Into crack, into crack. Yeah, that's really, really cool. I think, and this is a very Justin thing to say, but I think that's like compatible with the skip over. And I think that would be a really cool... I don't know what you'd do with the other whip. I guess you'd have to catch, crack, bang, switch, bang, switch. Yeah. Hey, it's Chris. Chris from X1 Whips is a good buddy of mine and also a fantastic whip maker. And now he's here. Gotta love him. Next vid. Todd Rex had a cool video, if I remember. Doesn't happen often, but sometimes Todd puts out cool stuff, and now we're going to watch it. I'm just kidding. Todd always puts out good stuff. This video here specifically, Todd's like... cartwheel. It's kind of hard to see because the video is so small on my computer. I got to figure out a way to make that better, but... it's like a cartwheel with the whip does like 2 spins in the air. It's absolutely nutty. Yeah, just wild. That's stupid and illegal, Todd. You're not allowed to do that kind of stuff anymore. I don't like it. It's too hard. If anyone's ever tried that, by the way, obviously not cracking the whip, cracking it backwards, throwing it in the air, flipping it, doing a cartwheel and catching it. But if anyone's ever tried like throwing a whip and then just not looking at it and then catching it, it is very hard. It is deceptively hard. So to do a somersault or a cartwheel or whatever is just mind-boggling to me. I tried one afternoon a few years ago, I guess 4 or 5 years ago, to do like his throw into somersault, into catch. It took me, hours, and I was sore and I was bitter, and Todd will just like bang those out all the time. It's like, it's insane. It's super, super cool. Got to love that guy. Next little video. Leela had 2 cool videos this past month. She's always creating new and interesting stuff. This is like a 2 whip that changes. Let's start over. I want to start over. She had both whips in one hand. Wrap, spin. Now the whips are in 2 hands. Really, really cool. Little poi jam. Queensland crossover with a spin. Into like this neck or leg thing. Double whip halos. Into a toss. Like any one of those moves individually would be like really cool. And then a behind the back 3-beat weave too. But Leela just puts all this kind of stuff together. It's really awesome. And she just came out of nowhere. You know, it was like last year, I think, or the year before, and she starts posting, and now she's just like creating stuff nonstop. Really, really inspiring. Oh, I can click on this. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but I can. Can we see it, maybe? I'm gonna say we can. I don't know. I'm not a director. All I'm saying is this video is tight. Around the neck, around the leg, kicked up. Some volleys. Behind the back throw, over the head catch. Yeah, this is cool. Can you imagine being able to do this? You know? Like, imagine what your life would be like if you could just go to the park and bang out this combo. Little head little on the head spin. I love that move. Boop. Boop. Yeah, that head spin is really tight. I saw that done by Julian Cilio years ago, and I learned it because of that. Julian is a cool Canadian whip cracker. Maybe I can find the video. It is old though, and like it's a video that almost nobody has seen. It's like whips, and they do whips and fan. Yeah, okay, we're on the right path here. We're on the right path, folks. It's in black and white. I bet nobody in this chat has seen this video. But I promise it's cool. Yes. It's 2 minutes and 28 seconds, and you guys are welcome. Tons of cool tricks in here. Like, look at that. Isn't that rad? Yeah, gorgeous. Just cool. Over the shoulder rolls. And notice how the camera angle and the outfit is not changing. So this leads me to believe he did these all in one day. And these are kinds of tricks that like I would take a while to figure out for sure. Little waist wrap. Yep. Like, are these... Somebody please in the comments tell me that these moves are cool, because every time I watch this video I'm always like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. But yet the video has 165 views, you know? Like, what is that? That's the head spin. Look how clean he makes this look. Gorgeous. Like, that is so smooth. This is why we need circus people in our community, you know? Thank you, RoseAnne. You're totally right. They are. Look at that combo. What was that? Like, if someone had posted that in Whip 101 as those like if someone had posted that last little combo, this like rope darty thing, as their November like routine in the Whip 101 group, I think I would have peed my pants. I think I just would have been like more excited than I've ever been in my whole life because it's just such a jam. Todd says, just more cracks, please. Yeah, that's fair. It's like, I mean, I kind of like it when there's less cracks and there's more like other moves because I just find them so interesting. But it also is nice to like kind of break it up. I think, at least for me, and I imagine for Julian and for other people, like I just kind of treat the cracks as like either filler or a way to get from place to place. But really what I care about is the other stuff. Because like this head spin, yeah, I'd take that over the four corners any day of the week. And I know that I'm gonna get crap for saying that, but it's just like super radical. He is jacked, Chris. He definitely is. I'm jealous of him for multiple reasons. And yeah, from Quebec. So Canada, we're on the map. Right. Next little vid is by none other than the guy Adam Winrich. Gotta love him, just like the hero. And this video, he's posted a lot as you do. But I wanted to share this video because of our last whip talk where we talked about his 8.5 foot stock whips. He posted this video of him cracking them. And I think these are the same whips that he was using in that Whip 101 video too. Like this guy is so strong to be moving these 8-foot whips around like this. It's just bonkers. Just gonna check my phone. Perfect. Yeah, love it. Adam's always posting stuff. I'm sure everybody follows Adam, but yeah, tons of cool stuff on here. I love this big whip too. Bang. I want like 7 of these. Chris, you gotta make me one of these. That's just, you gotta do it. Listen how loud that is. That's an earplugs whip for sure. This is I've started wearing earplugs while practicing. Honestly, has changed the game. Highly, highly recommend. If you don't want to wear earplugs, just get like your AirPods or like any wireless headphones, especially if they're noise canceling, and put them in. It makes a world of difference. Like I used to crack my whips and have my ears ring, and now, yeah, it's just saved them. I just got sent a video by Chris, my homie. Apparently shared a video in the chat. Shared this in chat, but if Chris, you sent me. Chris, you sent me a video. I do want to share it because I think it is really cool. I just don't see it in the chat as of right now. If you can send it to me on like Facebook Messenger or something, I will definitely throw it up on thing. Thank you for contributing. If anybody else has any cool videos they want me to show, I will show them. Oh, Adam's here. Wow, crazy. I think he warms up with 40-pound bull whip. Yeah, probably. I think he does one in each arm. I think he just like hooks them and then is just like Queensland crossovering with 40-pound bullock whips. And then probably like some handstand push-ups and, you know, Adam is like one punch man for whip cracking. And anybody that doesn't get that reference, I'm sorry. Oh, here's a cool video. Not that all the other videos haven't been cool. But Ian posted this cool little tutorial on how to do the 4 corners in the vertical plane. If you're not following Ian yet, you really should be. Ian posts a lot of cool stuff, cool targets, cool whip cracking combos. And he's like a fantastic, fantastic guy. He's also going to be at the WhipCon, so you got to go. Chris just sent me this video. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, this was really cool. Yeah, that's rad. Not real whips, but it is whippy enough. Look at that. Bang, bang, bang. And juggling too. Yeah, Diablo is super, super hard. Mad respect for this guy. Bang. I can't imagine. Somebody's got to send this guy some whips. What's his name? Chihan0517. And Cirque du Soleil. Yeah, someone send this guy whips. We need him. We need him as part of our community. He's gonna change the game. And do I have anything else? 850. I do have one more video. And it is mine. So this is a video I put out this month called Jams. Basically, the premise for this was like, I had 2 hours to come up with as many tricks as I can. And this was the product of that session. These kinds of videos are actually inspired a lot by that video I just showed of Julian just like doing a whole bunch of tricks. When Adam first had the virtual WhipCon and there was the performance category, I made Weirdness, which was a video just like this, just a bunch of tricks, weird tricks in a video with music. I really like this kind of content, and since watching juggling videos and all that kind of stuff, I've tried to make them more fun and interesting by doing weird stuff with the camera, like slapping myself in the face, and now sunglasses are on my face. And yeah, I basically just hung out in my garage for 2 hours and was like, I'm gonna make stuff. And anytime I came up with an idea, I had to do it. I couldn't like give up on an idea. And then as soon as I landed the idea on camera, like this behind the back crack thing, I had to move on to the next thing. And honestly, like, it was a very exhausting process, because, you know, sometimes you'll find an idea that's really, really cool and you'll want to keep playing it. It's like, nope, you got to move on. And other times you'll come up with an idea that's really dumb and you'll spend like 20 minutes on it because you got to land it at least once. These kick-ups were just based on the idea, like, normally I pick my whip up when it's in front of me. How can I do it when it's behind me? And the one where I remove the flip-flop and put it back on is just dumb, but it was an idea, so it made it in there. I'm putting up these tarps because the sun's coming in from the windows and it's just like ruining the video, like the quality of the video. And that's why I have these like jank tarps just hanging up in my garage. But this move is inspired by Leela and Kit, just different parts of it. Leela is the one that showed me the arm trap thing, and then Kit taught me how to do the tracers, or whatever they're called. I think it's really cool. Probably my favorite trick, other than the balance one, to come out of this video. These are a bunch of like under the leg flicks into different catches. This was one of the stupid ideas that I hated so much, but again, because I thought of it, I had to put it in. I thought visually it would look interesting. It turns out it did not. Same thing with this one. I just thought, oh, this might look cool. And then when I saw it in the editing, I was like, well, it's in, even though I don't want it to be. This is my favorite trick from the video. A lot of people seem to resonate with this too. It's been coined the snake charmer. I really recommend anybody in the chat to try this. It's really fun. It's not that hard. It gets harder the more of the further down the thong that you are. But it just feels really cool to like try and balance the whip, and yeah, super fun. It's like a pinwheel into sling. I don't know what this is. Oh, gainer toss behind the butt catch. That took so long. That took so long to catch. And it's stupid, but I did it. I love using the hat as a prop too. I thought that was fun. But I ended up like breaking the hat and put a hole in it. So I had to take it off. And it was just getting in the way. That was like a elbow toss where it catches along the same elbow. Like it wraps and then rewraps the elbow, so it never technically is thrown. That's a test for stock whip belly stiffness, snake charmer. That's interesting. Like you balance the... How do you balance the handle on a stock whip, though? These were the last tricks of the session, just like body wraps where I'm grabbing the cracker and... Oh, and then this was the very last trick. My timer actually went off when I was figuring this out. And it doesn't even look like a trick or feel like a trick. Where is it? Yeah, so basically the whip gets wrapped around your neck, kind of like a body wrap. You grab the thong, take it off, flip it around, put it back on, and unwrap it. It's so silly. It's not visually impressive, not that difficult, but also one of my favorite concepts from this video, because like Logan had mentioned earlier, like neighbors don't always appreciate whip cracking. I don't live in an area where I can whip crack. I have to drive and go to a space to practice. So when I do want to practice, I have to find ways of practicing without cracking. And one of the challenges that I've had is how do I operate in the horizontal plane and change direction without making the whip crack? And that trick is a way of doing that. I can be spinning my whip, wrap it, grab it, take it off, put it on, unwrap it, and the whip won't crack, and I've changed direction. It's a really, really interesting thought experiment to go out and try and do that kind of stuff, I think. And so I'm happy to have that in my arsenal. Hey, Gerard. Oh, we were just talking about you like 10 minutes ago, saying how great you are. Because you are. And yeah, there's the hole in the hat there. Yeah, that is everything I have for whip news as far as I know. Showed all the videos. Yeah, that's everything. That was November. If anybody has anything they want to talk about or share or share is what I mean. Any videos that were posted they want me to share, I can do that. But otherwise, I'm pretty content with that. That was November for whip cracking. I'm really excited to see everybody in January for WhipCon. I don't think I'll be able to do a whip talk at the end of December just because of doing the whip collab and then traveling down to LA and stuff. But after the con, I'll definitely do one, and we can talk about the con, share some clips from that, and anything else that's happened since then. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all very much. Thanks for listening to me blather on about stuff. And yeah, for the next show, can you talk about or show the Zorro board? Absolutely, yeah, I can do that. Adam, will there be a Zorro board at the con by chance? I think Paul should have one, shouldn't he? Because that would be kind of cool. I haven't used one since we did that thing in Pembroke. In either case, RoseAnne, I can definitely talk about the Zorro board next time. I'll just put it in my notes right now. No Zorro board at the con. That's fair. Zorro board. And I know that Tim wanted me to talk about muscle fatigue. Like how to avoid fatigue when you're whip cracking, especially in the horizontal plane. Anyway, I will talk about those things for sure. Does Isaac want to make one? That's a good question. We can ask Isaac. Does Paul not have one? Isn't Paul like the Target guy? Maybe I can bug Tori to make a Zorro board, to be honest. I'll just tell him to. And he will, because he's a good guy. I wish that you could be at the con too, Chris. But yeah, 2024, let's make it happen. And I'll bring back lots of video footage so that you can live it the way that I lived it. And also another Chris from Canada is coming, Chris Wright of X1 Whip. So at least there'll be a Chris there from Canada. Yeah. Well, I think that's it for me. 9 p.m. time for bed. I love and appreciate all of you. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you sometime in